Hi there, on behalf of Cess Games and Anime in Ventura Main Street. This is Mark Smith, one of the associates there, doing our first deck profile for a personal deck of mine. This is for the Narukami deck for CardFight Vanguard. This is one of Kai's secondary decks. Alright, let's start this up. I'm going to be running 4 Vermilion, or Dragonic Kaiser Vermilions, of course. One of the most powerful 3-drops in terms of eliminating front rear guards and damaging the Vanguard at the same time at the cost of 3 counterblast and a boost of 2000 attack. He attacks everyone in your opponent's front row at the same time. They cannot intercept, and they have to guard for them individually. And a perfect shield only stops whatever you choose the perfect shield to stop for, either your Vanguard or one of the other rear guards. And of course he's at 11k, he's got the usual sticks to the type of deck, if not he loses 2000 attack. Well overpowered 3-drop, one of the best in the game to date. Other 3-drop of course is Thunder Break Dragon, 10k with a limit break of 4 for an additional 5000 on the attack. Secondary effect of course is paying 2 counterblasts as a Vanguard only, balancing him out to eliminate a 2-drop or less rearguard. Going over here, of course, is the starter, which there are 2 starters for this deck. One who allows you to look at the top 5 for a counterblast to reveal a 3-drop. This one I like more because there are some nasty zeros to eliminate, plus he's shiny. And that is, of course, the Lizard Soldier Sayashin, who of course calls himself to the rearguard if you place on top a Narukami Vanguard. And if you pay the counterblast and hit with him to the Vanguard, you can snipe a 0-drop and put him into your soul. Next is another one of my favorites, the Dragonic Death Scythe, running 4 of him. And he is a 9000, and he's got the simple effect as a Vanguard or rearguard, 2 counterblast to eliminate a 2-drop or less rearguard. Now this guy here, which is a good one for this deck, is of course the Demonic Dragon Berserker, Garuda. He is a 9k, and either a Vanguard or Rearguard effect. When this unit hits a Vanguard, if I have a Narukami Vanguard, I may choose a card from my damage and turn it face up, running 4 of him. Of course, you're going to be having a full playset of your Thunderstorm Dragon, the 2-drop 10k vanilla. And then we're going over here to the perfect shield for the deck, the Wyvern Guard Gold. 3 of him, of course, works just like every other perfect shield. You discard another Narukami and they can't hit you no matter what for that one swing. Next up, which I might be getting one more and replacing another 1-drop I'll explain later, is of course the Photon Bomber Wyvern, who's only a 6k, but when he boosts a Narukami and you have 3 or more damage off your opponent, he gets an additional 4k to boost. And he only gets that additional effect for the Vanguard. So he can be boosting your Vanguard at 10k. Next up is 4 of the vanilla 8k beater, the Red River Dragon. Same person, I believe, off of the Thunderstorm Dragoon. No explanation there. The vanillas are always good. This one I'll probably be replacing, which is the Dragon Dancer Rai Rai, who cost of 1 soul, boost by 5k when specifically pumping up the Thunder Break. Probably replace that with another Photon Bomber Wyvern, which is the only card I think I need for the deck. Not expensive. Expensive ones, of course, are your Dragonic Kaiser Vermilions. Okay, over now. Still deciding, but for right now he's in my deck. Running 3 Lizard Soldier Rickies. He's your 7k with a counterblast to bump up by 1000. And then we have our 16 triggers, running of course a full playset of each of the crits, which is your Malevolent Djinn and your Yellow Gem Carbuncle. Yellow Gem is a vanilla crit, where the Malevolent Djinn has the put in play, put him into your soul, 3k pump. Of course you have your vanilla heal trigger at 4, which, you know, she's got good art to her. And we have our vanilla draw trigger, which is running at 4. There are no stands for this deck. A friend of mine, Nathan, point out, of course, once I got a full play set of Draconic Vermilions, that his effect eliminates the need for stands, since if you swing with your rear guard before him, they'll just intercept because the other people will die. There is my deck for Narukami. Still play testing, but for now this seems to be what I like it to be at. I do need to get 2 more Thunderstorms foil, a 3rd Photon Wyvern to see how it goes, and I might try out the Phoenix that draws, but its power is pretty low and leaves a lot of the 2 drops swinging at 14 instead of 15. Alright, subscribe below. We are in Ventura on Main Street, of course. Come by Cess. We have tournaments for CardFight Vanguard every Sunday at 2 and 6. At 2 o'clock. And we usually run a secondary tournament around 4 or 5 o'clock, 2 tournaments each Sunday. We have many local players and are about almost at 16. Any suggestions, tips, links you want to post, of course, about your decks or anything else about certain card games? Our store has more than CardFight. We also have Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, several other types of games. Just let us know. Alright, this is Mark Smith with my Narukami deck. Our first deck profile, which I would like to do more. Probably do my personal decks and a few others from any of my other locals if they have interest in having their deck posted online at our YouTube channel. Alright, signing off. And let's give a full profile with my shiny new blue sleeves. We're here for all your gaming needs.